Cut it. Cutting it, man. Cutting it, man, because we already did one, and we already did this, and now I gotta go through the whole spiel again. It's a real fucking pain in the ass. So, like, vamos a cortarlo ahí, ya, dejarlo ahí, y empezar la cosa, y vámonos ahí. Porque ya es tarde, mucha gente quiere cortarse, porque ya es medio de la semana, y hay gente que hay que trabajar, hay que salir, no sé qué decirte, bro. Hay que hacer esto, ¿ok? Hay que hacerlo porque, coño, lo último vez no hacemos fucking nada, bro. Ha dejado todo en la fucking calle ahí, miel de pinga. Oh, I'm sorry. Heat Princess, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Can you hustle on off? Thank you very much. Okay, Heat Princess. Okay, we didn't give you no Jimmy. We didn't give you because you know didn't play tonight. So since you know didn't play tonight, there's no you know. Okay, so that's the reason, right? He cultura, he cultura, he cultura, he cultura, he cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. I am Studio Mogura, Studio MOGURA, PayPal.me/Studio Mogura, CashApp, Studio Mogura, or use the QR codes. All donations go toward the making of my independent film. My independent film is called The Strategist. I have casted about 80% of it. There's still some roles to fill. The last couple roles I need to fill are really important, so it's taking me some time to kind of just figure out, okay, how the fuck do I find somebody? And really honestly, not pay for it because I have no money. So I don't know what to tell you. I ran out of fucking money already with this fucking thing, just buying fucking fake arms and blood and shit. So yeah, so we need help on this. Seriously. If you donate anything from $1 to $1,000,000, I will put your name in the end credits and I will put your name in the IMDb listing and you will get a producer credit for this film. Okay? If you want something tangible, buy my book. Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble for the hardcover version. It is basically a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. There was a party called Full Moon Nights that was crazy down here, and that's basically, tells you what went down. So check it out if you like that kind of stuff. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com. I gotta update it. I keep on telling you to check out the comic shop, and it's really just so you see that it's there. But the reality is I have to update it. I mean, if there's stuff on sale, everything that's there that's on sale, I still have it here. So you can, if you want to buy something, just buy it. I don't know, but typically it's better if you contact me first on Instagram, on my Octo Taco at Octo Taco, and not taco like a taco, like like you're eating a taco. No, taco like a octopus in Japanese. Taku, Octo Taco. Okay, so yeah, if you whatever you see there is for sale. Even the stuff that's not for sale, outside of these Amazing Spider-Man collection, anything that's Amazing Spider-Man is not for sale. Like Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man. But everything else, yeah, go ahead, check it out. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm gonna sell my whole collection and I'm gonna start from scratch again because I've just been out of the game for so long that right now if I get back in, it's just basically gonna be starting from scratch. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna try and this time around level up the game. So please, by all means, check it out. And then also check out my TeePublic. I've got a couple nice designs there that a lot of people like. And then also check out my music streaming on Spotify. Okay, so that's it. Now, I didn't write anything. Whenever it's these TNT games, I get totally thrown off because I don't have the safety net of my Eric Reed, okay, of my John Crotty to kind of like comfort me, so that I know that even if I'm not watching the game, like they'll kind of keep me in loop, But TNT, it's not because they gotta be neutral. They can't be. They're not a homer team, so it's like they can't be like, oh, they gotta like. So it's just, it creates this like, I don't know. I don't like it. So I don't know what to tell you. Eric, they're great. So that's why I like watching it on Bally's. And when I do, I just usually am able to take a couple notes and I'm able to hear things. Even if I don't take notes throughout the game, like at the end of the game, I hear things that Eric says that like stay in my brain. And but when I'm listening to like another announcer, it's like the TNT people, like I don't retain that shit. The only person that is what's this guy's name? The guy that's awesome that did the cat. I forget his name, but I love him. He's like the best and the only announcer that I really care about. And I can't remember his name right now. I don't really honestly because I don't want to remember. I was supposed to remember something else earlier today, and some guy was like, "Oh, where's your draft?" I'm like, I can't tell you right now because I really don't feel like remembering anything, so I'm not gonna remember. And on that note, pack a bowl. That's what we used to say back in the day. Pack a bowl, and then someone pass the ball. There we go, pack a bowl, like that. And someone's gonna pack a bowl. So luckily, this has already been packed. Still rocking the flowery. This is about the last of the Ruds that I love. What can I say? Can't really rip anybody in this game. Damn it! I don't have anything. I was ill prepared. So you're gonna have to give me a second while I get something so that I don't die. Sorry, I like doing that to you guys, just to one of those. All right, give me 1 second. Let's play Lakers Clippers. Get out of here. Get the fuck out. Get out. This was Bam. This was all Bam. This was a Bam proving to the world I belong again for the millionth fucking time since he had to ever since fucking goddamn Bubble. People still don't get it. Like I don't understand. I don't understand why he still has to prove himself. It's just ridiculous, man, because it's like this guy He should always be in the talk of the top 5, top 4 best players in the league. It's just there's so many great players, you know, and there's more that have won rings. That's what it's all about. Where are the rings at? Miami's got rings. Bam does not have rings. Okay. And I say that as they just beat the Celtics and Jason Tatum, the prodigal son that everybody wants to crown. Okay? And yeah, they beat us, but we beat them. Sure, I feel like, we beat them when they were younger. Now it's completely different. Now we beat them now. I mean, it's a little bit different from when we beat them. When we beat them, I'll admit that. But we play them hard every single time. We see it with them. It's not just one game. It's a series with them. Which is why it was really important for us to win this game. Winning this game would go a long way for the Heat. We needed this to really, really solidify, okay, we are on the right path. Did you hear me wheeze there? Like, I'm dying. So, you know what? On that note, pack a bowl. That happens when you smoke really ashy shit. That's why I like to pack freshies. I don't care. Just pack a fresh bowl. Let's hit this earthquake because I hit it yesterday and I almost freaked out. And it's still 22%. And this shit got me like, whoa. There's a problem. That's how it was. That was all topsy-turvy. I was like, dude, where am I? I'm like, oh wait, I'm in my room. I'm not gonna get upset with Jimmy Butler anymore. Fucking, I already ranted on the fucking internet. He tagged his ass like a motherfucker, bro. What the fuck, man? I mean, it's just. I mean, they said it was back tightness, and then on the TNT broadcast, they said he was really sick. So which one is it? And I know we're doing this maintenance thing, and this is the key this season. I've mentioned it before, and this is just part of it, where it's like, this season there's a really big emphasis on maintenance, on making sure we make it to the playoffs at 100%, or as close to 100% as possible. Okay? That is basically, man, I don't know what the hell. You know what? I know what the hell. It's challenging me. That's what it is. That's the earthquake. I'm glad Lowry didn't fuck it up at the end. And God, they learned their goddamn lesson and had Strus fucking toss it in instead of fucking Lowry. You know how pissed I would have been if at the end Lowry had to be the one to inbound it? I'm sure you were expecting that, right? Let me tell you something. I also tweeted about this. You should be able to decline a foul in the NBA. Okay? You should be able, at that spot, the Heat should have been able to decide whether they should take do you want to take a foul here, or do you want to run out the clock? And the Heat should say, run out the clock. if there's less than 1 second and a foul is called, the team that the foul benefits should have the option to run out the clock or to take the foul. It's ridiculous. I know we've had many moments and many big shots and many big wins and, like, under 1 second shots. I get it. I know that's fine. Yeah, I understand. But you should at least have the option to end the fucking game. Okay? Especially with all these guys hurt, all these guys missing games, tired, oh, this, that, oh, my back, I'm sick. I don't know. If that's the case and we have such a big problem, we'll give people the option not to have to fucking go into overtime. Because this game was, like, setting up for that. And I know you know what you know what I'm talking about. How, like, oh, you could just see the dominoes starting to fall. I'm like, oh, well, this one's gonna go into overtime. And it was like they were trying to do that for this game. And it happens, like, and I know it's not nefarious or anything, but you know what? God damn it. Sometimes it's like, it really does feel like it's set up for them. Like they're trying to purposely make the fucking game go into overtime. Refs are controlling it, and it's just, come on. That was a bullshit call. This year was supposed to be the year that they're not gonna fucking call bullshit ticky-tack like fucking take fouls. And that looked like a take foul to me. Why are we calling that shit? Stop calling that shit. That's what I'm saying. That should never that foul right there should have never been called, and Hero should have been able to run out the fucking clock, and that's it, we're done. Should have lost right there. But they gave the Celtics like 3 fucking chances, bro. The Celtics had a clear fucking like 3. If the Heat hadn't fucking double teamed Jason Tatum, he would have taken a fucking 3 and made that shit. You know it. But thank God that the Heat, during the fucking timeout, which is, they fucking reminded each other, hey, double team fucking Tatum and make him get the ball out of his hands. Because there was a moment right there where you're like, I don't think they're gonna do it, and then it's gonna fucking, are you kidding me? And then boom, they did it. I was like, okay, good. And he got it in his hands. Here's intercepts, and right there, like that foul should have never been called. The game should have totally been let loose. And I don't want to say that, like, if this game was in Boston, I bet you they would have, and Boston was the one getting the fucking thing, they would have been like, oh no, they would have let it run out. I don't want to say that. I don't. Because I feel like they would have done the same thing where they would stretch out the game because they want more game. They want the game to go longer. And I'm like, no. Give teams the option to end the game. Or continue playing. I mean, if you want to be a crazy-ass motherfucker and take foul shots, then go ahead and take foul shots, bro. I don't know why you would. But just like in the NFL where you could decline a penalty and fucking put a knee on their ass, you should be able to decline a foul with under a second left. If a foul is called with less than a second left, the team should be able to decline it and just let the time run out. That's it. You come back, they decided to decline the foul. Under a minute, time is expired. Due to that, we do a 1 second runoff. Time is expired. Game is over. That's it, bro. That's bullshit. You're just giving people fucking useless chances, man. That's like the equivalent of like in soccer when they had like fucking 10 minutes after a 90-minute fucking game that the one team controls the entire fucking, the entire game. It's 1-0. And one team is obviously more in control than the other team. And they fucking add an extra goddamn 10 fucking minutes. And like by like 75% through the 10 fucking, like 10 minutes, like 8 fucking minutes, 7 minutes, through, not even, like 9 minutes left, when there's a minute left, all of a sudden these motherfuckers get tired because they've been literally fucking doing, like, going full gas, and then boom, the motherfuckers win. They kick it, and they tie the game, and then they get the ball back, and they kick another one, and they win. And it's like, that's bullshit. And I've seen that. I feel like I've seen that in so many soccer matches that I'm like, no thank you, bro. Soccer's just not for me, dude. Soccer's too much, it's not already, it's a level of corruption that is just like, this is like political level, like, because NFL is corrupt, but it's still not at a corrupt level where I don't want to say that it doesn't affect society, because it most certainly does affect society, but I mean, Again, I don't even want to say that it affects politics, because at some level it does. But I don't want to say that it affects politics in the level that like soccer in Latin America does. You know, like I'm sure motherfuckers die for soccer in Latin America. Okay, like they fucking die. Like they get shot, they get assassinated. Like, you know, that doesn't happen with the NFL. Like motherfuckers don't kill each other for the NFL. Okay, that doesn't happen. Like fans will fucking fight each other and shit. But it's not like Jerry Jones is sending fucking assassins to, like, you know, the New York Giants or some shit like that. Like, and I'm sure that happens in like some Mexican fucking league or some fucking Latin American league. I'm sure it does. You know, hell, probably in some European league and shit. It must be like ridiculous, bro. Because it's like that game has existed for far much longer than NFL and NBA, and you know, NFL is not a global sport. It's globally recognized, but it's not a global sport. You know, it's a sport that's like unique to the United States. And for as much as you want to make an NFL Europe team, I don't think you will be able to, just because there's something about the multicultural nature of football that I think just, you know, it works for the United States, because the United States is a multicultural country. There's all kinds of people here. And a team requires like all kinds of people. You know? And I know I say that, and like, it's like the history of it is at first it was all white, and then it's like mostly all black people and stuff like that. But then now it's like it's gone to a point where it's like a mixed level. So it really is like that, you know? So basketball is kind of like, basketball to me is more of an international sport than football. But it's a game that I feel more people have access to. Like, that's the thing with soccer, is that soccer is a game that people have access to. All you need is a ball, and you just set the goal. And you can kind of do that with football, in a sense, you know? And with football, all you need is a ball and 2 end zones, you know? But ultimately, if you're not playing tag, which most of the time you don't play tag football. Like, if you're out there with the fucking guys in 8th grade and shit, they're not gonna fucking play tag. You know, you're playing tackle football, and that's how it is. And it's like if you're doing organized, where there's liability, then some motherfucker's gonna pull out the flags, and that's where you play flag football. You know, like for a park or some shit. For the most part, like, you're gonna play tackle football. Okay. And that already is like, oh, well, I don't want to play. You have a group of people and you're going to be like, okay, we're going to play tackle football. A lot of people are going to step back and they're going to be like, that's not for me. Like, I would play football if you were just going to play tag. And then I'll go run, and I'm not going to worry about getting hurt or getting hit or something. But yeah, when you take it to the level of tackle football, you're not only trying to compete at a level of like, I can get the ball to the end zone, but you're also you add the real big additive, which is like, you can survive this. Like, you can get hurt and get back up. You can get tackled and you can get back up and still want to play this game. You can get dirty and muddy. Like, when you're running around, like, and you're playing tag, you're not really worrying about that, you know, about getting hit or getting trucked or something like that. So it's just, that's not really accessible. It's like why rugby isn't like everywhere. You know, it's probably everywhere in Europe because it's existed longer there. But it's not like, you know, soccer level too. You know, it's kind of like that's their version of our NFL. And that's another game that it's like it's accessible in the sense that you could play it. Yeah, anybody can play it. You know, and you need a ball and 2 end zones. But do you want to play it? Because you're going to get hurt, and it's going to hurt a lot. And that's where people are like, okay, no, that's not for me. So those people are out. Those people can play soccer. Those people can play basketball still. Even if they're not as big and not as good and they're playing really hard, like, you could still just fucking shoot the ball and pass it, and that's it, you know? So it's like, those sports are more accessible to an international community, or to every community. So that's why you have it. That's why it's become totally blown up. I feel the same thing for like baseball too. Baseball, you just need a stick and a ball, and you're not really getting hurt. You just gotta catch the ball, and like avoid it if it comes to your head or some shit like that. And you don't really need a glove because I imagine in poor countries they just use their fucking hands. Fuck it. What else are you gonna use? So it's just a completely different sport, man. Football is at a level where it's just. That's why I still consider it the best sport. That's why. For me, there is nothing else. I don't even know where I started this. I had it for a minute, but then I lost it, and then I just fuck it. Let's just talk about how awesome football is, because it is, and it's about to end, and it's really sad, and now it's like no more football for a while. But that's why it's really important for the Heat to be kind of moving it so that he can carry us, till the next season, or at least till preseason, or a training camp, I guess. Like baseball does nothing for us. Sorry. I mean, this is. There's nothing to say. Again, I'm sorry that like for the last two fucking the last couple I'm like I don't have anything to say. Fuck you. I don't have notes. I have nothing. Because it's just like we're in the middle of the fucking season right now, so we're just like. We're still trying to figure it out. I know we're supposed to have these big chunks, and we're supposed to be happy. Okay, we're 10-5 at fucking home now. 11-5, which is great. We're really, and you didn't even realize that. Like nobody fucking realized. All of a sudden, what we're like, really, we're that good at home? Because at the beginning of the season, we were shitty at home. So like that shit has been imprinted into us, and we're like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but it's true. So I can be happy about that. But again, man, it's like. The way that this team started was so puzzling and so flabbergasting that, like, at this point, you're still unsure. You want to hope that this team, has finally come around the corner and they have finally, found themselves and they finally, this is what we got to do. But, every week, motherfuckers are out with injuries. So you're just, again, trying to hold on until we make it to the fucking end. And then once we're at the end, we're going to look up and we're going to be like, okay, where are we at? And we're either going to be middle of the pack, at the fucking end, and maybe by some fucking miracle, we're maybe in the top 4. And like Shaq was talking about, you got to get out of the 6, because if you're in the 6, you're going to end up playing fucking someone bad. So you don't want to play Milwaukee. You don't want to play fucking Boston first round. So our goal is to move up to the 4 and play whoever's the 3, or whoever's the 5. Excuse me. So either 5 or 4. That's the spot that we want. 5 or 4. Let's go to that, and we'll deal with that middle of the pack opponent, which is gonna be like Cleveland or Toronto, and maybe even the Pacers. Even the Knicks could be that guy. But whoever it is, it's gonna be a tough series, and that'll go 7. But it'll be a winnable series for us. And that's what we'll need. We'll need the Heat need a whole entire series to really get going in the playoffs. So once we get that, if we get that series, that first series, if we can get that, the second round is going to be like, okay, this is where the Heat's going to really kind of show up, and we're going to be making the push here. We're going to finally be where we want it to be. But that's wishful thinking, and that's way too far ahead to really worry about right now, dude. We gotta fucking just hope we fucking make it, because we have this bad habit that we'll tumble in a blink of an eye. So I don't want to fucking lose this. I don't want to lose this momentum. I mean, right now we're gonna have a fucking. We win over it in the last CULTURA. It's not even just one fucking goddamn stretch. Like right now, that's it. That's it. From here on out, there's no stopping. It is the gauntlet. We are in the gauntlet. Last season, after the Suns game, there was a stretch of 10 or 13 games where it was like, look, this was before the Heat blow up and Jimmy blow up and all that kind of shit. This was during that, where it was a stretch of 10 games. It was like, this is the gauntlet. If we come out of this, no, it was a stretch of 7 games. So it was a series. And I was like, if we come out of this, we're good. And we got fucking annihilated, bro. And we came out of that shit and we're like, yo, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But then after that, after the Jimmy argument, we fucking put Strus in. We started winning and went off. I feel like that's kind of happening in the sense we're just still trying to like figure this out. And I don't want another blow up to fucking come to have to force us to fucking make a move or some shit. I don't want that. I think we've got the guys. It's just these guys gotta fucking wake up at some point. And it feels like they haven't. It feels like they're cruising. They're trying to cruise to the playoffs with a middle of the pack 40-40 record or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. Like they're not really too concerned about, but I can't believe that with this team because this team is a good team, and good teams when they start playing, I mean, it comes easy. Wins come easy. And so I want to see this team making noise where people are like, "Oh wait, no, we have to start worrying about the Heat now again." Because right now nobody's. Again, I know we've had a good run and we're kind of making noise, and Bam is making his call for the All-Star game, and so he's out there in the media and shit. But we gotta start making the push early, bro. The push has come early. The baby's here, and it's time to push. Okay, the baby is here because it's like. You'll have the only easy games that we have is when we play fucking the Magic and the Hornets. And again, like the 3-pointer has made bad teams irrelevant because a bad team can have a hot fucking 3-point night and just blow you out of the fucking water, So I'm not gonna tell you the Magic and the fucking Celtics, I mean the Hornets are like easy wins. Those are the games that we should win. I don't know if we're gonna win those games. I gotta imagine we'll win one of those two games, but I don't know if we're gonna win both because that's how just helter-skelter this team has been. Those are 2 wins. If we get those 2 wins, man, that'll really set us up, bro. Because that's when the real fucking party begins, man. Because you're gonna have, 4 fucking playoff teams. You're gonna have Cavs, Knicks, Bucks, Pacers. Okay, Cavs, Knicks, Bucks, Pacers. 4 playoff teams. That's what you're gonna have after these 2 so-called easy wins. And then after that, you'll get another break with 2 more easy wins with the Rockets and again with the Magic. And the Magic, bro, we split those fucking games, man, because the motherfuckers know us. They're in the same state. Those are not easy wins. Not easy. We always have. We usually win, but it's never easy, dude. It's never easy, bro. So I don't want to fucking say, oh yeah, the Magic is sure. And then guess what we have after that? Another kind of mini gauntlet, bro. The next 6 games, you've got Nuggets, Nets, Bucks. I guess a break with the Hornets, who I'm sure by then are just, if you've beaten them already that many times, I'm sure the Hornets are going to come in like really pissed off and really wanting to beat us. Because we beat them in an overtime back in November. Okay? And that is the only time that we won like early on in the season. That was like one of the few times where we had like a win. And I remember it being a tough win, man. So these guys are hungry. So if they come in here and we've beaten them again twice, to face them, dude, they're gonna want to fuck. And by then I gotta imagine the ball kid is gonna be playing. So that's going to be a completely different team by February 25th, more than likely. And then after that, a back-to-back with the goddamn fucking 76ers. The 76ers. So it's like, oh, we haven't even played the 76ers yet? And when you go back, you're like, shit. We haven't even played the 76ers yet. Haven't played them once. So now we play them in a back-to-back. and then we play the Knicks, and then we play the Hawks twice, and then we play the Cavs twice, and then we play the Magic again, and then we play the Jazz, and then, ooh, look, John Morant and the Grizzlies, and then the Bulls, because we're dealing with that fucking bullshit, and then the Pistons get, like, supposedly the Pistons are bad, but supposedly they're not, and then the Knicks again, and then the Nets, and then the Raptors, and then the Knicks again, and then the Mavericks again, and the Pistons again, and 76ers, and the Wizards and the Magic. And by then, when you face the Magic at the last game, it's like we faced the Magic like 8 times already. It's going to feel like, is this like the 100th time that we faced the fucking goddamn Magic? And we're not going to give a shit about that game. So you better goddamn fucking hope this motherfucking shit is wrapped up with 3 games left. With 3 games left, you want to hope that the seeding is already locked in, and it doesn't matter if you win or lose, you're going to be where you're at. Okay, so to get to that point through all these fucking teams that you see what it is. It's not like we're playing some teams we've never played for. It's not like the NFL where like, oh, this season we're playing the North, or this season we're playing the West, or this. It's not like that. It's like we play everybody. This is the same teams we've been playing for the past couple of years, man. For every year for the exception of the fucking team. And the NBA start. None of these guys are there. This is. Why is it so hard? Why is it all of a sudden you're like, there are no easy games. The Rockets. Congratulations. And you know how this team plays. Easy teams and easy wins, and you know how we are. You can't trust us. You can't trust us. You can't trust us. I don't care with these wins. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I know, Bam. You've been doing great. I props to you. I don't care, bro. You guys started off the season and traumatized the fuck out of me, bro. So deal with it. Whose fault is that? It's not my fault. It's your fault. Okay? So deal with it. Deal with it. I'm not going to trust you guys until we're in the fucking goddamn playoffs. Period. Period. I did not fucking choose this shit. This is you guys, because last year you were one shot away, big shot guys. Oh, we're going to come back and we're going to fucking do this. Oh, whoa, look at us. And they come in and get your ass beat like months. And then now is when we're kind of putting it together. Now. This is not an easy season, bro. I cannot remember a season where it's like, wow, that's tough. And it's not like we're playing anybody new or anybody different. We're playing the same teams we play every year. It's just, man, the league has gotten that much better. The league is not easy anymore, okay? It's not easy anymore. Everybody's got a star. Everybody's got three-point shooters. Don't take it for granted, man. So, yeah, so I guess the next one is, I already forgot. I looked at it like a million times and I forgot. I don't give a shit. Do you give a shit? Because I don't give a shit. Who's it going to be? Yeah, so it's easy when against the Magic. So Magic, Friday, 27th, 8 p.m. game. Gonna be a late CULTURA after that, maybe next day. So just, keep in tune for that. And yeah, man, I mean, just keep going. Just keep riding this team, man. This team's, we're doing okay. We're gonna be fine. Shaq's deep, soothing voice calmed me down during halftime. Don't worry about it. This team's playing hard. It's gonna be fine. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you, Shaq. I needed that because I was freaking out. I'm like at the ledge. Huh? Is that Shaq? He's talking about us? And Shaq's voice pulled me out of the window. So yeah, we just gotta get there, bro. We just gotta get there healthy, bro. So that's why I'm giving Jimmy his okay, fine. You do whatever you need to do, Jimmy, but don't do this. Don't make this a habit, bro. But it's gonna be a habit every week, bro. This motherfucker's gonna be out every week. Somebody's gonna be out every week. Somebody's gonna be out every week, man. So that's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. Okay, so CULTURA. However you say it, that's how you say it. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio MOGURA. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the CashApp. All donations go toward the making of my independent film. Include your name in the memo, and I will include your name in the IMDb listing and the end credits of the film. Check out my novel, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble online. It's a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. I'm sorry I burped there. It's just, it's Chinese food. What can I tell you? It comes at the worst time. Check out my Octo Taco, my comic shop, octotaco.com. DM me if you're interested in any of the comics first, please. It's just a lot easier that way because if you buy something, sometimes PayPal doesn't give you the notices. It's really weird. So you're like, you pay for it, and like a week has passed and nothing's happened. You're like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, I have no idea because, you know. So just send me a DM. Check out my TeePublic, and then also check out my music, El Topo Miami. Okay. All right, man. I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do, bro? It's a good win, man. It's a great win. So enjoy it and rub it all over your body and all that kind of shit, you know, and have a good time, you know, and get fucked up tonight because it was a good win. But there's still a lot of work to do, bro, and there's still a lot ahead of us, man. So I don't want to be too optimistic. You know, I want to be a little optimistic, but I want to be cautiously optimistic. I don't want to be surprised with this shit, bro. I want to know what's coming. I'm sorry, like this isn't like a Marvel film, even though like I you know, I kind of know what's coming with the Marvel film if you read the comics, but I kind of don't because that's why I love Marvel because they kind of change it up, you know. So it's like, but when it comes to basketball, you know, I want to know. I want to know where we're going because there's a lot of emotion invested in it. I'm not going to be rooting for a one win team for the whole season. Get the hell out of here. So yeah, so I'm looking at myself right now and I'm like, fuck, bro. Like the latency shit is like really far behind, and I'm like, why? It shouldn't be like that because it's at ultra low. But apparently it is. So I'm just gonna wait right here. I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna wait, and then shut it off after I see that I've said it. Okay, because I think I cut myself off the last CULTURA, and we can't have that. We gotta always throw it out there. You cannot end CULTURA with without it. So, you know how it is. Don't freak out. Just freak out. Now we're waiting. This is how long it is. Watch. Unbelievable. Look at this guy talking like an asshole. 20 seconds. It's at least a minute. It's at least a minute behind. No, actually, no, it's not. You know what it is? It's that the fucking there we go. You know what it is? It's that I use the sometimes I look at this. I look at the OBS to let me know what's going on. But then I just noticed that sometimes the setting of the the time, it's like it stays behind on YouTube. And so when I hovered the mouse over the YouTube, I noticed it's behind. And so when I moved it up, I see it's on time. We're good. Okay, so we can do it again one more time. You know, you're lucky you get 2. You get 3 today because you got 1 earlier today. Even though I don't think you got it because I think I cut off. But maybe it didn't because it shows up and stuff. So I guess okay, we're okay. So maybe you got it. But so then you got 1 over there, okay? And then now you got 2, and now you're gonna get 3. Okay, so just remember that. Okay. Don't freak out. Just freak out.